Hello and welcome to my first week in Greece. Alright, to start out, if you hear, did you hear it? It is our alarm system because currently we have no power, which apparently it's a normal thing in Greece. Every now and then just like power outages because of construction or whatever else. If you hear that, that's our security system. Ignore it. Second, I am not used to being on camera. I really enjoy being behind the camera and taking photos and videos and editing and all that kind of stuff, but not normally am I on camera. So if I'm a little awkward or just don't really know what to do, that's why. So apologize. Hopefully as time goes on, I'll get better at it. All right, to start out, the culture. Everyone is so nice and so welcoming. Anytime I have a question, I can ask a random stranger on the street. And even if they don't know English, I've learned to use body language, pictures, Google Translate, all that kind of stuff. In Thessaloniki, almost everyone speaks English. So when you go out in public, you'll hear people speaking Greek. What I compare it to is back in America, even if someone is fluent in Spanish, they speak English because that's the culture. If you are going abroad, you need Google Translate. All of the signs, all of the street names, all of the products, everything is in Greek. I have been teaching myself Greek. A while ago, I downloaded Duolingo about 4 or 5 months ago. Within the first few weeks, they taught me Toros Vaso, which is the red vase, which is beautiful. I mean, awesome, but how often am I gonna say that? So Duolingo is very helpful to learn the language and pronunciation and stuff like that. But as far as practicality, I'm not quite sure about it. Once I got here, I was pretty overwhelmed with the amount of Greek spoken. But I have taught myself phrases throughout. And so, for example, thank you is ευχαριστώ, please is parakalo, which also means you're welcome. Din milao Ellenika is I don't speak Greek. Είμαι από την Αμερική is I'm from America. Overall, very nice people. They can speak English, which is very nice. And if they can't, we make it work. Anything that I tell you is not concrete, okay? It's just what I've learned. So I really encourage you to do your own research and get opinions from other Greek people as well. They open later in the day because in the summer, it is super hot and nobody wants to leave their house during the day. And then when the sun goes down, it gets a lot cooler and people run their errands, go to restaurants, grocery stores, whatever else they need at night because it's so much cooler. The electricity came back on! Yay! Yes. Awesome. Also with the Greek language, they are very appreciative if you show that you are making an effort to learn their language. So I'm hoping that with the more Greek I learn, the more I can understand, the more Greek people will like me. So we'll see. The food, oh my gosh, it's amazing. The grocery stores are a lot smaller, but everything there is fresh. For example, fresh milk at home would last probably, I don't know, a week or two. Here, fresh milk only lasts 2 days. So to go to the grocery store, you have to go a lot more often. So I would go probably 2, maybe 3 times a week here, where at home I would go once for like maybe 2 weeks, week and a half, you know. There are a lot less preservatives, if any, a lot less gluten, a lot less GMOs, all that kind of stuff. And so it's very natural, it's very healthy, and I feel better. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I wouldn't say I have more energy or like, I don't know, but you feel it. You feel more alive, I guess. Feta is cheese, and it is fantastic. Thessaloniki. Thessaloniki is where I live. It's the city. It is the second biggest city in Greece. I would probably compare it to like Chicago as far as the streets, the traffic patterns, public transportation. The city is full of apartments. Public transportation and traffic. Oh my goodness. I got a international driver's license just in case I got here and I have no desire to drive in the city. It is insane. The cars are much smaller, the roads are a lot thinner, and everyone parks on the side of the street. I'd say there's about as many motorcycles and mopeds as cars. Motorcycles and mopeds are allowed to go in between cars, around cars. Any time that I've taken a taxi, I'm kind of like, a little scared because everyone drives so fast. As far as crossing the street, you better be watching. There are crosswalks, but most people don't use them. They just wait until there's a break in the cars and then they just go. There's supposed to be like a bus lane, but anybody can use the bus lane. But then sometimes people park in the bus lane and then the bus just like swerves whenever it wants to. And people don't use blinkers. They just kind of move around wherever they want. I was on the bus the other day and he just drove in the middle of 2 lanes for like 3 miles, whatever that is in kilometers. Public transportation. I use the bus every single day, but I got a monthly pass, and when you get on the bus, you don't have to like scan it or anything. Or maybe you're supposed to, but most people don't. I've just kind of been learning from other people. So I don't necessarily know the rules, but I know what other people do. Money, goods, and expenses. The money here, they use euros. And I actually, I tried to film this video before and then my camera died, so it deleted it, but I accidentally ripped my euro. As far as goods go, grocery shopping. I went grocery shopping the other day and got, about as much food as I would at home. And at home, it would be like $40 to $50. Here it was like 15 to 20 euros, which again, same as dollars. Very big difference in price. It's a lot cheaper here. But when I went to the mall, they had American Levi's store, and a pair of Levi jeans was like $90. Where at home, it's still expensive, but like it's cheaper than $90 because it's an American company. But right across the mall at a Greek outlet, I got a pair of jeans for 20 bucks, and they were the quality of Levi. So cool. Electricity and gas, heating, cooling, all that kind of stuff is much more expensive. I've been told it's because of the war in Ukraine and the situation going on over there has raised oil prices. It raised oil prices back home as well, but gas here and electric here is even more expensive than what it's gone up at home. Also, there's no dryer. So when you wash clothes, you have to hang them out to dry. So I have a private balcony in my room. I love it. And a clothesline outside, and I hang my clothes to dry. And it works perfectly fine. It's just an adjustment from what I did at home. And then also, it is true, you cannot flush toilet paper. For the most part, it really hasn't bothered me. So that's been fine. I have met so many people from so many different backgrounds. I've learned so much about the different cultures, the different social norms, different languages. Overall, just learning a lot about the different ways of life and the different ways of structure and government and all that kind of stuff. I am over 24 hours away from my family. I have definitely experienced some jet lag. I also have narcolepsy. I was diagnosed in June. And so with my narcolepsy and jet lag, it has been an adjustment. So it's an 8-hour difference between Greece and United States. It's been a little more difficult to keep in contact with my friends and family at home. So that's a big reason why I have this YouTube channel and my blog and my Instagram. I would be lying if I told you it wasn't hard. It's a lot of independence. The first week, very lonely. It's been an adjustment. I would say study abroad is not for the weak. You have to be ready to face situations on your own, and you have to be confident enough to know that like, this is not where I'm from. I may need to ask other people for help. And that's okay. That's totally okay. I miss my family. I miss my friends. It's only been a week. I'll be here for like 5 months. So it's the start to a journey for sure. So for the future, I will start classes October 3rd. And actually the first weekend of classes, I'm going with a bunch of Erasmus students, the Erasmus Student Network, and they planned a trip to Corfu, an island in Greece. And I'm planning on taking my camera everywhere. So for sure there'll be a video and some photos on that. Just let me know what you want to see. If you want a room tour, if you want a day in my life, anything like that. Totally just let me know. So I think this is the part where I plug all of my social media. You can follow along on any of my adventures, ask all the questions you want, any recommendations, tips. Yeah, let me know what you want to see. And until next time, see you later.